What's up, everybody? Welcome back. And I've just seen Manchester United draw 1-1 with Chelsea at Old Trafford in what was a very average performance, in my opinion. I think both sides started off a little bit shaky. Man United were more kind of shaky in the opening stages, and Chelsea did have a couple of chances early on in the first half to take the lead. And 8 minutes gone, Casemiro gives it away to Palmer, and he's almost through on goal. He takes a shot, but it's blocked by De Ligt. Chelsea then have another chance from a corner. A corner comes in, and Fofana has a free header at the near post, and unfortunately for him, he heads the ball straight under the post. And to be honest, that should have been 1-0 Chelsea. So the warning signs were there with regards to Manchester United conceding chances early on against this Chelsea side. And then finally, Chelsea do get another chance in the 19th minute when Onana passes it to Casemiro as Man United are trying to play out from the back. He's surrounded by three Chelsea players, and it's almost a goal for Chelsea. Casemiro's pass is intercepted, but the intercepted pass, it goes over the bar for Manchester United. So in terms of the opening stages of the game, I thought Chelsea were the better side, and possibly 20 minutes into the game, Chelsea most probably deserved to be leading maybe 1-0, maybe 2-0, if Fofana scores that header, from that corner in the 13th minute, then Chelsea are 1-0 up, and it's possibly a different game. And Man United were very slow in building up play and kind of playing out from the back. And in the final third, we were very poor in the first half, and not much changed in the second half either. But Man United do get a chance in the 21st minute. After some nice work from Azwari down the left side, the ball comes to Rashford, who puts in a cross, and the keeper blocks the cross. But the ball then comes to Bruno, who hits it over, and possibly it's a difficult chance, but possibly Bruno should be hitting the target there, but it is a difficult chance nonetheless. Man United do get another chance a minute later. This is Rasmus Højlund on the break on the left side. He crosses it in from the left, and it comes to Garnacho on his left foot, and he hits it straight at the keeper. Garnacho cuts in. Højlund plays in a crossfield pass across to Garnacho, a ground cross to Garnacho. He cuts in with his left foot, and then he shoots, but it's straight at the keeper, and he should have scored. Garnacho, he definitely needs to be doing better there, and I think Garnacho did have a little bit of an average game as well. He needs to be doing better in the final third, especially with how many chances he gets, how many shots he has. It's not kind of good enough, really. And Onana in the 30th minute, which kind of summarised the first half, let's say. Onana passes it to Bruno, who just hoofs it forward. We have no ability to play out of the press, and that was really disappointing to see in terms of not just the lineup that Ruud van Nistelrooy went for, which is very similar to what Erik ten Hag would have went for, but also the tactics haven't changed that much. We still can't play out from the back. We're still kind of playing hoofball to Xerxes, and there's no ability to play out from the press, unfortunately, for Manchester United. So that was very disappointing to see in the 30th minute, and that was just kind of summarised basically the first half. It was a very poor first half from Manchester United, and Chelsea, I do think that they had the better chances in the first half to actually take the lead. Chelsea do get another chance. When Ugarte gives it away to Palmer, who runs at the defence and he has a shot, but I think it's saved by Onana or it's blocked. Man United do get another chance as well in the 36th minute. Reece James gives it away to Ugarte, who runs at the Chelsea defence. He gets fouled, but it falls to Højlund, who shoots with his left foot, and the keeper saves, but the whistle had already gone. It would have been very interesting to see what would have happened if that shot by Rasmus Højlund would have gone into the back of the net after the whistle was blown. Of course, it wouldn't have counted. There would have been a lot of controversy had that shot from Højlund would have gone in. But the resulting free kick that Ugarte won, the free kick from Bruno hits straight the wall. It comes to Garnacho then on the left wing, I think it is. He crosses it in, but the keeper clears. And that's all that happened really in the first half for both sides. Ugarte picks up a yellow for pushing Palmer, and he was living a little bit dangerously in the second half by picking up niggly fouls here and there. And I don't think Ugarte had a particularly great game. We'll get into some stats a little bit in a little bit. Dalot then picks up a yellow for fouling Neto as well. And Manchester United finally do get another chance in the 47th minute. at the end of the first half. Brilliant play by United. It is pretty good play. Bruno plays a really good cross to the right wing to Rashford, who hits the bar, and is Bruno on the left side. He plays like a cross-field pass all the way to Rashford at the far post on the right side, and Rashford, first time volley, he hits the bar. I think he should be scoring that. It's very unfortunate that Marcus Rashford couldn't put that into the back of the net. And yeah, that was about it really for the first half. Not much happened. It was a little bit disappointing. The first half, but if we have a look at the first half summary, in the opening exchanges, I thought we were poor on the ball. Chelsea definitely looked more threatening going forward. Chelsea's press was also better than Manchester United's as well, and Man United going forward were poor. Garnacho was getting caught offside, Højlund not releasing the ball early enough to the wingers, Højlund also taking too long on the ball. I think he takes too many touches, Rasmus Højlund, and and has to be said that we are so bad from playing out from the back. Chelsea definitely looked like a better footballing side than Manchester United in the first half, and Chelsea, quite often than not, forced Manchester United to go long as they connected the press really well, and De Ligt, Onana and Martinez were basically just forced to go long. And yeah, I do think that Chelsea's front four is better than Man United's at this moment in time. That front four that Chelsea have, we'll have a look at the lineup that Chelsea did go out with, but I think their front four is better than United's as well. But in terms of Man United's best player, I thought it was Mazraoui. Mazraoui by far was Manchester United's best player, and to be honest, I think everyone else was quite poor, to be honest with you. Like we didn't really kind of see much in terms of that. So I think we'll have a look at the lineup that that's my predicted lineup. Let's have a look at the starting lineup. So this is the starting lineup that Erik ten Hag went with. So I would have personally gone with Ahmad on the right and Rashford on the left. I don't think Rashford and Garnacho had particularly good games. They were a little bit kind of. I think Garnacho should have scored and Marcus Rashford should have scored. So I think they really need to be doing better there. And that kind of combination, that Marcus Rashford and Garnacho kind of combination, that wing combination, I don't think it's good enough. I think Ahmad is better on the right than Garnacho, and I think only one of Garnacho and Rashford have to start so that we have a better balance in the side, in my opinion. But yeah, if we have a look at the stats at half-time, so they're the stats at half-time. You can see there, Man United with the 4 shots, 1 on target, Chelsea with 6 shots, 1 on target. Chelsea do edge possession stats with 54%, but pass accuracy, Chelsea's is better slightly. But apart from that, I think it was a very kind of even first half. Chelsea probably edged it in terms of chances created, but Manchester United did miss that one chance with Rashford when he hit the bar at the end of the first half. And apart from that, that's it really. Not much happened in the first half, in my opinion. Man United need to be doing better there. Only 1 shot on target in the first half at half-time. Not really good enough. Needs to be doing a lot better there, in my opinion. So yeah, that was Man United's kind of starting lineup that Man United went with. Let's have a look at Chelsea's lineup. So I think this is Chelsea's lineup that Chelsea went with. Let me just check if that's correct. Yeah, Gusto, Reece James. Yeah, I think that's Chelsea's lineup. So I did predict that Chelsea to go with this lineup. But yeah, in terms of the second half, let's talk about a little bit what happened in the second half. Second half kicks off, and Neto has a shot in the 55th minute, but it's just wide. He has a good chance as well. Bruno plays a short corner to Rashford, who shoots straight at the keeper. That was a chance as well. Bruno, I think, Man United, have a chance in the 65th minute. Bruno is free down the right wing and he passes it to Garnacho, and his shot is so bad, it's straight at the keeper, and that should have been a goal. 65th minute, Man United should have been kind of winning at that point. Garnacho had a really good chance to kind of score, and he just kind of scuffs his shot, and I think he shoots with his right foot, and it's the keeper saves easily. But Man United were on the break there. Garnacho had all the time and space in the world to put that away and make it 1-0, but he doesn't, unfortunately. But Man United, fortunately for them, do grab. They do get a penalty. Casemiro crosses it into Højlund, and Højlund kind of dribbled it away from goal, but he wins a penalty because Sanchez brings him down. Bruno steps up to take the penalty, and he sends the keeper the wrong way to make it 1-0 Manchester United. But Chelsea do kind of basically score 4 minutes later in the 74th minute through Caicedo. Corner comes in. Casemiro heads clear, but Caicedo strikes a beautiful volley into the bottom corner, and that's a really good goal for Caicedo. I think Chelsea probably deserved that goal as well in terms of the balance of play throughout the match. It definitely the match probably deserved to be a draw. And that is 2 of Caicedo's 4 Premier League goals have come against United, also netting against the Red Devils for Brighton in May 2022. So yeah, Caicedo grabs a really nice goal through a volley. Chelsea do get another chance in the 76th minute, whereby Dillet slips, and it falls to Jackson, who lays the ball off to Enzo, and he hits it over. And then 85th minute gone. This is very interesting. Casemiro gives away a foul, and he picks up a yellow, but he's absolutely fuming at Garnacho, and rightly so. Garnacho is not tracking back properly, and Garnacho is basically getting away with murder. I'm not sure how many games he's lasted the full 90 minutes, but Garnacho is getting away with a lot, in my opinion, and he should have been coming off for Ahmad, in my opinion. He shouldn't have been starting. But yeah, in terms of what else happened, Lindelof wins a header in midfield, and Garnacho has another chance in the 88th minute, and this time he hits it over again, not even on target, and he should have scored that as well. So and we're going to get into some stats with Garnacho a little bit later on, but he should have been scoring that. I think that's 3 chances that Garnacho missed this game. Bruno has another chance, and he hits it straight over. It's so bad. Bruno has to score that as well in the 89th minute. He has to at least hit that on target. Xerxes has a chance to win it in the 94th minute, but I think it's Caicedo or another Chelsea defender. He makes a good block. Man United to win a corner, but nothing comes of it. Full-time summary. I think Garnacho is very lucky to survive another 90 minutes. I think he was poor. I think he's very overrated. And, in terms of Amorim, I'll judge Amorim on whether he rates Garnacho's or not. Like, I just don't... Garnacho he leaves me frustrating. I know he's very young, and I know he's got the future ahead of him, but he leaves me lacking a lot in terms of delivery in the final third and putting the ball away. That final pass, that final ball. Yes, he's a good dribbler and can take on his man, but he just needs to be doing more when he gets these chances as well. He's getting away with murder. The Garnacho Rashford wing pairing ain't it. It's not working. I think you only have to play one of Garnacho or Rashford on the left. I said this before, and then on the right you got to play Ahmad, and in my opinion, Amorim's got a lot of work. He's got his work cut out, basically. It's going to be a long slog for Amorim as well. But yeah, let's have a look at some stats for the game. Let me just pull them up right now. Let's have a look at some stats. I wanted to have a look at the kind of the XG, whether Man United did edge it. Yeah, Man United did edge the XG with 1.96 compared to Chelsea's 1.53, but I think that is skewed because of the penalty as well. But yeah, so let's have a look at some stats. I think man of the match is probably going to be Mazraoui or Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes has got a high rating here on SofaScore. So let's have a look at some stats here. Let's focus on Garnacho for a little bit. I think he's leaving a lot for me left desired. I don't think he's that great. I think he's pretty overrated by the fan base. And I know he's young. He's only 20 years old or whatever. But is he good enough to be starting week in, week out on the left ahead of Marcus Rashford? You can see there Marcus Rashford did start on the left and Mazraoui at left back. But like in the middle of the game, Dalot and Garnacho did switch with Mazraoui and Rashford. I don't know what that was about. But yeah. So in terms of expected goals, 1.41. You have Pass accuracy 76%, crosses 2, only one was accurate. But the interesting thing is you have a look at these stats here. So he has 2 shots on target, and I think he should be scoring at least one of them, especially that chance where Bruno plays him in, and he's in acres of space in the middle of the box. He should be scoring one. And then shots off target, 1. That chance in the 88th minute when he skies it over, I think that should be at least on target as well. 1 shot blocked. Dribble attempts, only 1 out of 4 successful. Big chances missed, 1. Aerial duels, 1 out of 6. I mean, that is just not great at all. Aerial duels, 1, 0 out of 3. Possession lost 11 times. And yeah, I think Garnacho was pretty poor in my opinion this game. And he leaves a lot to be desired. If you compare it to Marcus Rashford, I think it's going to be a little bit similar, but you can see Marcus Rashford being hooked off there in the 73rd minute. Let's have a look at the chances that Marcus Rashford has. So he hit the woodwork once, big chances missed, 1. And I think that was the same chance, them two. When he hits the woodwork at the end of the first half, he should be scoring that in my opinion. 1 shot on target, 1 shot off target. Dribble attempts, 5, only 1 successful. Again, he needs to be doing better, Marcus Rashford. Again, the same with Garnacho here as well. Only 1 out of 7 ground duels won, 0 out of 2 aerial duels won, possession lost 12 times. So Marcus Rashford and Garnacho, in my opinion, they both had poor games. I think Garnacho slightly edged it with the poorer game, and he should have been one who was hooked off instead of Marcus Rashford as well. So yeah, a lot to be left desired for them two wingers. And then you have a look at Chelsea's. I think Noni Madueke and Pedro Neto had some better games than Rashford and Garnacho. Have a look at Neto here. I think he did slightly. Yeah, look at that. Ground rules 1, 8 out of 13 there, compared to, let's say, Rashford's ground rules 1 out of 7. So you can see the difference there. And even in the score, Pedro Neto scoring more higher there as well. But obviously, they need to, pass the eye test kind of thing with regards. So if you watch the game, you'll notice to see whether or not Pedro Neto and Noni Madueke were better than Garnacho and Rashford. So yeah, in terms of Man United's wingers, they left me to be desired a lot. I think they were poor. I think Ugarte had a poor game as well. You can see his rating there, 5.3, not great. He was very poor as well, Ugarte. The game kind of passed through him. Ground rules 1, look at that, 2 out of 12 ground rules 1. Nowhere near good enough for a midfielder that's coming for about 50 million pounds from PSG, who's got Champions League experience, who's got this experience, plays for Uruguay, etc., etc. He needs to be doing a lot more. Only 2 out of 12 ground rules, not good enough whatsoever. You compare to someone with like Caicedo and Lavia. Let's have a look at their ground rules 1. Oh, so I didn't want to. Click on flipping Caicedo there. Whoops. Let's go back. Come on. So yeah, I think Chelsea's midfielders, I think they definitely won the midfield battle in my opinion. They have to be doing a lot better in the middle of the park. Ugarte needs to be doing a lot better in my opinion. So let's just have a look at Caicedo and Lavia. See how they performed compared to Ugarte. I think Casemiro was decent though. I think Casemiro got about the pitch quite well. You have a look at his pass accuracy, 82%. I don't think Ugarte's pass accuracy was pretty good. But ground rules 1, 6 out of 12, compared to, I think Ugarte's was only 2 out of 12 or something. Ground rules 1, 8 out of 16 for Caicedo. I think they had decent games. I think Caicedo could grabbing that goal as well. And then you compare it to Ugarte. Let's have a look at Ugarte just for a second here. Ground rules 1, 2 out of 12. Not good enough. Nowhere near good enough in my opinion. Ugarte needs to be doing better there. And the jury's still out on Ugarte. I think his passing isn't great either. It leaves a lot to be desired in my opinion as well. So I think Chelsea, in terms of edging it, I think Chelsea did edge it a little bit in terms of kind of winning the game. But then again, Man United did hit the post through Rashford, and then Garnacho had two chances to actually kind of score, and he doesn't, unfortunately. So yeah, in my opinion, very average game. Like two kind of sides still trying to figure it out. Ruud van Nistelrooy, kind of not much is being changed in my opinion with regards to him taking over from Erik ten Hag. But yeah, let's have a look at Bruno Fernandes, who scored the highest rating here with an 8.0 rating. Bruno Fernandes, big chances missed one. He did have that big chance and he skied it. Ground rules 1, 9 out of 14, not bad. Possession lost 23 times, which isn't too good, but you're expected to lose possession when you're trying to take that risk. Only pass accuracy 67%. He's trying, to kind of open up the opposition defence, and that's why he has that low pass accuracy. But you look at Cole Palmer as well. Let's have a look at his pass accuracy. 85% for Cole Palmer. Big chances created 1. Bruno, big chances created 2. So Bruno created 2 big chances. He missed 1 big chance. But yeah, in terms of the balance of play, I think Man United just about edged it in terms of winning the game. Like I said, Rashford hit the post, but Chelsea hit the post as well in the first half through that Fofana header. But Garnacho, again, he had like two big chances, missed 1. Shots on target 2. Garnacho, he should have been scoring at least 1 of his shots. He has a total of 4 shots, and he scores none of them. But yeah, I think Garnacho, jury's still out on him. I don't understand how he's lasting 90 minutes. What's interesting is, it's easy enough beating like League One opposition Barnsley at Old Trafford, and it's easy enough beating Leicester's B team at Old Trafford in the League Cup. But when you come up against a decent Chelsea side who look pretty decent on the ball, on and off the ball, I think Chelsea connected their press really, really well and forced Manchester United to go long. And Rasmus Højlund's hold-up play it wasn't too good, to be honest with you. It was okay. He wasn't really in the game. You could look at that. He's not getting any shots, Rasmus Højlund. That's your number 9. He needs to be getting on the end of things. He needs to be having shots. And if Amorim, he's gonna have his work cut out. Let's be honest. I don't understand what he's dealing with here. I don't understand why you would want to leave Sporting, but it is what it is with regards to Amorim. He's gonna start on the 11th of November. And he's gonna have his work cut out, Amorim. Really, honestly, he's gonna have his work cut out by a lot. But yeah, in terms of what else, let's have a look at the most shots. This is quite interesting as well. Man United there. We're tied on shots with Liverpool, but Liverpool are top of the league, and we're in 14th or 13th or something. We'll have a look at the league table in a minute. But you have a look at the shots there. We are getting away with the shots. We are having shots on goal, but Man City there with 197. Possibly we need to be shooting a little bit more. So that's another thing that we are tied on shots with Liverpool. We've got more shots than Arsenal and Chelsea, but we're just not converting. And then you have a look at the big chances created. Manchester United are up there with 26 big chances created. So we're up there in terms of chances created, but big chances missed. We are the side that have the most big chances missed in the league, and that is basically showing that we're not converting our chances. We are creating things, but we're just not scoring the goals. And we need to be doing a lot better there in terms of putting away our chances. Have a look at the XG here as well. Ball possession overall, Chelsea do edge it, but the XG Man United do edge it with the 1.96. Maybe that's because of the penalty that Man United won and then Bruno Fernandes put away. Chelsea do edge it with the shots. So let's have a look at the stats overall. So these are the stats. So you've got Man United with the 11 shots compared to Chelsea's 12. 4 shots on target compared to Chelsea's 3. Chelsea do edge the possession with 54%, but in terms of that, it was pretty even. Both sides kind of cancelled each other out. Pass accuracy, Chelsea do edge it. I think Man United were poor with the ball, and too many times Man United went long from from De Ligt went long, Onana went long. The ball, Chelsea's press, it would connect, and the ball would go back to Onana, and then Onana would just hoof it long. And that's really bad in my opinion. We need to be playing out of the press better. We're just not good enough playing out of the press. We need to be doing a lot better than that. So this is FootMob. Let's have a look at the scores here. You can see there Mazraoui picking up at 8.1. He was he was Man United's best player in my opinion. But it can't be understated. I think Caicedo and Lavia did get the better of Ugarte and Casemiro in the middle of the pitch. But yeah, I think in terms of that, nothing else really much happened in the game. Where does that leave Man United in terms of the league table? We have a look at the league table right here, and it's not looking good, to be honest with you. I think top four is gone right now. I don't think we're finishing in the top four, and I did predict us not to be finishing in the top four either. I think I predicted us to be finishing ninth or something in my Premier League prediction video. So yeah, even though we're gonna say we're only 6 points away from top four, who are Chelsea. Chelsea's in fourth position, and we're only 6 points away from top four. But you have to remember, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams above us that have to drop points for us to kind of even get into the top four. So I think top four's gone right now, and I think the season, in terms of the league, is looking very difficult in terms of how Manchester United are going to salvage this. Even with Amorim coming in, I don't expect him to be pulling up trees. I'm not expecting Amorim to be finishing in the top four, especially with the attack that Manchester United have, the Rashford, Garnacho, Bruno, Højlund. This front four I don't think is great. I don't think it's that good. Possibly one could argue that it's the worst attack that we've had post Sir Alex Ferguson. And just a couple of years ago, you remember Man United absolutely bossing it with Rashford, Bruno, Greenwood and Martial. That was probably Man United's best front four that we've had post Sir Alex Ferguson. I would argue, Rashford, Bruno, and then Greenwood right wing, and then Anthony Martial up front. I think that was Man United's probably best front four that we've had post Sir Alex Ferguson, and we're just so far from that, really. The amount of goals that them four scored in the season that we finished second was really good, but yeah, not much can be said about that. I think getting in the top four is going to be difficult. I think it's gone. I don't think we're going to be finishing in the top four this season, and yeah, not much more can be said. But apart from that, we are in 12th. Sorry, we're in 13th with 12 points from a possible 30. It is kind of relegation form right now. I don't know how Ruben Amorim is going to turn this around, and it's not looking too good. I did predict us to lose. Fortunately, we did come away with a point, but it's not too helpful in terms of closing that gap now. We're just so bad we're just so bad playing out of the press. We're so bad at converting our chances. We're so bad at finishing. That final ball, that final ball in the final third is really bad. And it's just not looking good, really. And I don't know what else to say. I wish we were a little bit higher in the league. I wish we could kind of convert our chances. It's one of them ones, especially how this weekend you had City drop points. You had Arsenal drop points as well. Aston Villa lost as well to Spurs. So I think, West Ham again. West Ham aren't great. They beat us, but they lost this weekend. If we had won that game to West Ham and we had won today, then we would have been looking okay. I think Eric Ten Hag probably would have still been in a job, but if buts and maybes in it, and it's just not good enough, and it's very disappointing, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, top four is gone, and it's going to be very difficult for Ruben Amorim to turn this sinking ship around. Anyway, if you enjoyed this review, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one when Man United are playing. Let's just have a look at who Man United are playing in a quick time. Yeah, so Man United are playing PAOK in the Europa League on Thursday, and I'll catch you for that video for the preview for the PAOK. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.